Twaso a owura Kevin Taylor ono nso de nsem bi abetuja concerning the finances Ghana any gold nsensem a chese di yesika semu akotene no na opa chese emre bi etwemu no Ghana ha se ne gold for oil na gold for oil no yentumi enya mfaso bia wo mu na emom ye bo ka twitwiri di sika bebre esanse niama bi wo ho no ma yamfa yie antutu yie na enne no se ukoye gold reserves now to me say yenya kakra ewo honom den ye betumi aye se oman na yetumi dia bossa sika no ho ban ana ye dia bossa gold no ho ban se na be ya sika sem no ebekoso afa ne ntoma pa efra we ena na all kai san say ene yete a na yesi o dollar na aba fom ochina na apagya no mu kakra ene yesi Cedis nanso enya hoɔden ochina bi ubehu na akɔfom kakra na osi we nyina no ade a ye betumi aye bibi etumi aboa ama sika no etumi ejina ne ntoma pa efra ye Ghana Cedis no ana osi de ye betumi aye ne se ebeya gold no yetumi a reserve ya de do baabi a ne aka no yen kape ana yen stope na yen sesa ne embeye eye sika na eno nso yemfa nto ho ne yemfa nye bibi daache yenko tie se na okyerechie mu asifa aye sanso ono nso oso ye financial expert ono nso wesua ho ade na ote ase pa
very, very important, and it's got to do with gold in Ghana. It's got to do with and how gold prices are costro. Now, there is something we all need to understand, and sometimes because of being too excited, there is a reason here gold for oil no, but we de buy no, a de eka ebeto Ghana for over $1.8 million. Or let me see. Gold for oil boy saying we are talking about over 1.8 billion Ghana cedis, close to all the 317 account, almost 1.3 billion. All those monies we lost it under gold for oil. There's a reason now, and the news are and say gold price hit new record high 4,222, and the gold bakwa it is worth $4,222,000. Now, right now, we are excited as a nation, and this is a very important conversation we need to have. Now, check gold prices are. Say, and the gold price is a costro, and the Ghana dollar no above from abedu 10, and the majority of Ghana for are excited. Right now, the amount of gold we are producing as a nation is going up because we have put measures in place through gold board policies. Right now we are able to guide, we are able to make sure gold that you turn Ghana legally, they are basically bought by the government. Now, so who gold prices say akosra? From my experience as somebody who deals in forex and somebody who knows a little bit about how gold works, my little knowledge, any little wisdom tells me to say, we as a nation, we need to be careful about gold price here could say. We all know, say, right now, our economy, a gold in economy, we all know. In fact, so your gross, your current gold reserve, and your gross international reserves now. So we are gold. Handle about 45% of Ghana yesika yeteso yedi Ghana hujuma. So it is a big deal. In this end, gold price the cost Ghana as a nation, we are excited because now gold price the cost to gold. But we also have to be very careful. And this is an advice I want to give to this government. This is a genuine advice. And the I went into a meeting with my team and I told my team, say, if Ghana doesn't take care, we are sitting on a time bomber. You're very careful. Gold price is not air costro. Sebio, majority of your sika, your reserve, you can see a reserve. Sika, your wadawa, a physical gold, about 45% of Ghana sika. We have to be very careful because gold, a commodity bia, obeda na adiachino, the price can drop from $4,000 to $1,000. Now, the danger in what is happening now, Emma, people like us, we are scared and they say, yeah, economy, no. Right now, we are producing a lot of gold. And when you go to the Bank of Ghana, there is a lot of gold sitting away reserving. Now, right now, you will say, because the gold prices are going up, no, our gold is worth a lot of money. Now, you need to understand and say, send u check the way a gold prices cost. Now, we call back into history. Now, we check the way a gold prices it me fluctuate. The way a gold prices overnight it me sisa. The way the dollar reacts, no, to the shocks around the world, and I say dollar, the way it reacts when it's under pressure, no, that is the same way gold also reacts. So into what check here, I'll show you a chart about 10 years back. Osha dollar kofoma na gold kosro, because the two move together. Say gold kosra na dollar bafom. Say dollar bafoma na gold kosro. The two work together because say amount for dollar eba forma, people don't have enough money to purchase gold. Now, say gold bafoma, people at the end of the day, because dollar goes up, no, people have enough dollars to purchase gold. Into Usha, gold and dollar, they move hand in hand. Right now, as a nation, no, your sika no, about 45% of your sika your one are a good Bank of Ghana, a physical gold. Now, when we have physical gold like this sitting at the Bank of Ghana, and we are not the people who determine the fate of gold, and I say how gold will maintain its value in 24 hours, then it means we need to be very careful as a nation, banging all our hopes on gold reserves. Now, when you go back into history a little bit, I'm talking about a Bank of Ghana. The reason why it's here, Bawumia did gold for oil buyer, your bulk was that Mahama Bawumia were lifting the gold and then going to exchange gold for oil. Now, so we lift gold in the anopa, na gold no an ounce 4,000. Now the number persona who could do Dubai. Now the physical gold no kwaje oil. Now bedru na gold no prices na at about 2,000 an ounce. It means so we lifted $20 million worth of gold. Udi bedru Dubai no that gold no and $20 million it has dropped to $10 million, and that is the danger when an economy rests on physical gold reserve. I am not saying we as a nation we should not have gold in our reserves. We need gold. Gold is a commodity that never goes out of fashion, or gold is a commodity that every nation needs as a backup. But when the nation prioritizes gold over everything and makes gold the main backbone of its financial status, then it means that country is walking on a very slim line. Now, what we have noticed in NSA, when you go back into history, about 10 years, let me show you something. And this is a gentle advice I want to give to the Bank of Ghana. I want to give to the finance minister. This is something we need to concentrate and speak on. And we are going to have this conversation for about a week until the authorities hear, because we are doing well now. Though gold is up now, but gold cannot be trusted. And the amount of gold we have in physical gold, is Bank of Ghana, no, that gold overnight, say 100 billion, it could turn into 2 billion. And let me explain to you why we as a nation, respectfully, we need to have this conversation. Because our international your gross international reserves, about 45% of your gold, a physical gold, you are walking on a very slippery slope, dangerous. Now, you see, when you check the trajectory, when it comes to gold and a dollar, so check it. This is gold price and US dollar correlation and 10-year chart, and I'm no. Now, so check it, the 10-year chart, gold and the dollar, correlation, the way they work hand in hand, you will see, anytime gold is high, it gets to a point, it is going to drop. Dollar will take over. Now, we have seen gold rise over a period now. And the gold is around 4.2. That is 4,200 and something. Now, gold will go to a point where it will peak. It cannot go again. Now, that moment now, it will peak, you need to understand that the dollar will be gaining its strength. Now, when the dollar gains its strength, automatic gold will drop. Now, gold abedru 4.2 there about now. Gold is still peaking. At a point, it needs to drop because the correlation between gold and dollar, no, that is how they are able to manage world economies. And remember, so we check a chart where are blue one and a dollar, and you can see the gold as gold, and you see the way they move. Oh, say every time now the dollar is peaking, the gold is also going peaking down. And I'm saying the gold, you could see say the gold price, starts to drop. Now, the more the dollar goes up, the more the gold goes down a little bit. Now, at a point, you could see say the dollar peaked, and the gina and a gold and be peaky past the dollar. No, so as we speak today, the gold value, it is doing better than what we call than against the dollar. Now, the probability, and this is not a probability that is half probability, a 100% probability say gold where it has gotten to in a week or two or maximum a month, gold will drop. There are so many things that brings, and I say decides or determines the price of gold. Send there yada na say adie chanopa you're reporting on CNN, Fox News, wherever, MSNBC. Near say Donald Trump is sicker. With all due respect, he's not feeling well. The price of gold will drop. When the president of America decides to make a statement, maybe people think say it did not go well with some business people around the world. The price of gold will drop. So why do you keep physical gold, so much of physical gold in your reserve? Abra, when it comes to dollar, the cash dollar, you can use the dollar in different ways, sir. You cannot use gold. And let me tell you, it is good you have gold, but it is also good that you have enough dollar cash against the gold. Said Ebeya, when you fall back, said cash, say you a point you can fall back on the gold as a backup. Now, when you look at this chart, you can see clearly say gold will go and get to a point whereby it will drop. And this is the situation whereby I can tell you an authority, the amount of gold we have as a nation now in our reserve is close to 46% of our gross international reserves. Very dangerous. Now, what we believe, and from our checks, what I believe should be done is simple. Now, when you go back a little bit, we have enough gold in our reserves. Now, say enough gold. We have, I think, in 2024, time about Omiamo Efrisuno, the last quarter of 2024. Now gold, now you're near about 27 tons of gold. Bank of Ghana. That was the gold and a C Bank of Ghana. The reason why I got for oil near Bokano was that we were lifting physical gold and going on the market to exchange for oil. In the process of even taking that gold, physical gold to go take oil, in that process, that period, the gold can drop. In two time gold 20 billion, Undu Dubai, now cut 6 billion. So it is not wise for you to be lifting physical gold and exchanging it for products like oil. And it's now gold for oil, we made a lot of losses because they did not have the intelligence to understand, say, gold is a commodity that basically fluctuates and its price is determined by every second. Now, our little advice, especially the buying way, and the Bank of Ghana is simple. Now, so I will step back. The last quarter of 2024, Ekufu Adomo Ebefra Baimuno. Now gold that your Bank of Ghana, na 27 tons. That is so your gross international, your gross international reserves are gold, physical gold na Bank of Ghana no, na about 33% of our gross international reserve. Meaning ye sika ankasa no, sika ema ye running a crow way to say Ghana no, na gold physical or na 33% out of the 100. Meaning time about Omiamu free power no, near about 27 tons of gold sitting physical gold at the Bank of Ghana. That is enough gold. That is a lot of gold. That is gold that you can run a country with. Now, interestingly, about 2025, our gold reserve are now about 27%, which is 33% of our gross international reserve. It has now moved from 2025, first quarter to October 15th. It has moved from 27% to 45%. In tons, now we have 35 tons of gold. So since the introduction of gold board, since the introduction of rules, regulations, making sure the smuggling and the illegal gold, we stopping all these things. our gold reserves, physical gold, are now 27 tons. And it represents 33% of our gross international reserve. No? Right now, no, it has moved to what we call 35 tons. So 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, almost 8. We have been able to increase the amount of gold that a good bank of Ghana. Right now, our gross international reserve, no, we are around 45%, meaning yesika gold, no, yesika yenya no, gold no are a representative 45% physical gold. Now, so over physical gold, we seek that physical gold 45% of reserve is dangerous. The advice we want to advise the governor, we want to advise the Ghana government is simple. At this point, we should at least make sure say, sir baby about to gold 27 tons, na 33% of our gross the international reserve. No, we believe from our checks, we believe say we are supposed to cap the amount of gold we have at the Bank of Ghana. Yamfa tabono entusu ekodru point to be I say okay, you do 27% of gold, which is 33% of our gross international reserve. No, let us cap it. Yemanin siwa. Any gold be a benya after 27%, which is from 2024 to now, no, we need to change it into dollar. Into 27 tons near betu, you know, what we believe will help Ghana Nibia or Sheben and say $1 dollar no overnight, you bounce $1 now cost 17 and it's 16 now. What the government should do now, and it is very important to me, because when we looked at the trajectory, now we study the world market, any other dinner, what we believe in is say, if the government of the day or through if they are able to cap the amount of gold we have in our reserve, because when you have physical gold 27 tons, now say sa gold no egu o reserve say adie bechi na say gold price every 4,000 abedu 1,000, that 27 tons no say a representative $40 billion. Remember, it will now represent $4 billion. But if you are able to make sure, so what capi gold no 27 tons, even when the gold value drops, now say the world reserve no price no drop here. The physical one, which is money, because the account when you convert it into forex, which is physical dollar, that will not affect the dollar. It means you will still have enough reserve to run your nation. Let me make it simple for you. Sanka 2024, NDC for about 27 tons of gold, which is enough, 33%, no, and then come cap now. What would have happened? And I say, and there, and gold bia ebe mubiano. What the NDC government or the Bank of Ghana is supposed to do? And they say, every gold that comes in, they need to change it into dollar and keep it in the Bank of Ghana. And this idea about China, now see gold price, you know, it has dropped from $4,200 to $1,000. At the point, sad dollars now, gold is into dollars in your home because it still stays where it's the value is still the same. What we will lose is that we will lose the value of the gold. And the issue is the gold is not a commodity we are selling today because we have dollars. So what we can do is say we will still keep the gold. We are not going to sell when the price drops. We will still keep our 27 tons. What we are going to do is we are going to work with the gold we have changed into dollar. So the Bank of Ghana can now fall on the dollar. The gold that they have sold and changed into dollar, no? And then the 27 tons now you copy gold. We should be able to put a law together. You do 27 tons and not 28, 29 tons. We should not add any more gold. What we have to do is any gold we get after 27 or 28 tons, no, we have to change it into dollar. Because we cannot trust this. If Ochanopa say dollar no change, na say gold no drop about 3,000, 2,000. It means say gold na 45% of our international gross reserve. It's the Bank of Ghana no price ni mo too. That means we have devalued the gold and it is going to affect our forex. It is going to affect the dollar rate. Meaning we don't have enough dollar to do business. It's other internet the same mina you will say dollar na cost no. Why don't we cap the gold? Let us cap the gold. Let us say it is enough. If you have 28 tons of gold sitting at the Bank of Ghana, it's enough. Now, from January till now, I was here a ton. You're done in the money, you're done in the dollar, you're keeping a Bank of Ghana. At the na Donald Trump sorry na oka bibi ana Arabians say bibi ana ntokasi wo Middle East na say case gold price that drop here, we don't care because we have enough gold. We have 28 or 27 tons. We don't want to sell because we have gold we have sold that my physical dollar is here. And that is how we are supposed to run because he take it decision way quick. That's a gold way the price in the drop here. What is going to happen? And they say the Bank of Ghana will have to absorb a cano. And remember, problem say right now no to gold Emma Bank of Ghana, which is a gold board. No, the prices they are buying the gold in the market. No, also to say in the market no gold board eto gold no $2 and I said $20. Now say international market no so eto sa gold no I think say $18. Remember, the moment say you turn $20 our market so our Ghana. You say aggregators in your gold no at $20. Example. Now say international market. Now say and the gold no you say you turn no you betuma to omotono 22 and I say omotono 18 meaning sa gold na Bank of Ghana to to no automatically gold be obeton bia boka $2. And that is dangerous. So imagine say sa gold we go nyina over be 35 tons na ade bechi na ye de sika be 100 billion a ton nyina market na be go Bank of Ghana na ade bechi na ye kwa koton na sa price a ton on market no so no it is cheaper than the price we bought, and also ade bechi na price no so asa drop it half. It means say sa 10 billion e return sa gold on market we will end up having only 2 billion. Now who is going to incur the loss? What is going to happen is say the dollar is going to rise. The dollar is going to move from 10 to 17, 18. And because all that they did was that they relied on gold. And the stupidity of them, they say they could not change some of the gold into cash. They were relying on just the gold, physical gold. They'll put it in a ship and say, take it to Dubai and go and buy oil. When you get to Dubai and the price of gold has dropped, it means you have already made losses before buying the oil. But right now we have enough gold. We have about 35 tons of gold sitting. And all this gold, in 24 hours, the price can drop. So my advice and my little advice to the Bank of Ghana, please, we should cap the gold. Sa gold near about 27 tons is enough gold. You can even just cap it at 30. Just cap it 28, 20, cap it there. And say, yeah, the gold do 29 tons. I am for gold in CBM. You better turn the baby. Mama yen turn the baby and then $1 and you Bank of Ghana. Because what happens in they say gold to me for business. And when I say you cannot do to me for gold, and you see gold as bonds. You can't use gold as bonds. But you see, when you have dollar, it's liquid. Dollar can do every job. A juma dollar betuma yeno. The gold cannot do it. In fact, you need dollar to buy gold. And see, if you put all your hopes on gold, that's the gold price drop here, your economy will shut down. And let us be smart. We are producing enough gold. Let us cap the gold. Let us cap the gold. 27 tons, 28 tons, cap it. Let us sit at the Bank of Ghana. Whether gold price goes up or goes down, do not touch it. All that you need to do is go the album from January till now. No, sell that gold now. Sell that gold and make it money. Make it dollar and keep it in the Bank of Ghana. That is the only way. We all need to speak on this because Yansheye, that's our dollar we baby do 4.2. Adiabechi, and any shock happens, that gold will drop it to maybe 2,000. That we are done as a nation. Let us all understand this simple thing because we have been there before. In 2024, now gold and our Bank of Ghana, it was worth 3 billion. Today, as we speak, gold our Bank of Ghana is about 5.7 billion. That is too much. That is too much. 2024, say, gold worth $3 billion. Let us keep it there. The American wire 2.7 billion. We need to change that into physical dollar and keep it at the Bank of Ghana. And I am respectfully telling the governor, I am telling the people who are in charge, sign your way here. And I'm never going to stop talking about this because you see, Ochina Mekan Wasem, Monday Mekan Wasem, I will remind Ghanaians, I'm abandoning who say the people want you people to take the right decision because we live here. Me, I'm in Forex. I've been dealing in these things. I know dollar number could do point to be to peak and could be and the only thing it has to do is to drop. Every single drop our dollar, it's a negative or a debt to Ghana people or the government of Ghana. Ya a car ya bebono. Hey, when you go back now, check a car at the same boy when they were in office. It was because of the gold that they were basically selling directly. Because at the end of the day, no, yeah, they hopes in could gold and so time gold in the physical. Net transaction will not gold price the crowd drop it. So every time there's a deficit, it goes against the Bank of Ghana. So what happens? They say, so I could check it. Add this more. More timer. A car Bank of Ghana boy. No majority of them, no, it was because they were dealing directly in only gold. They were not changing some of the gold into dollars. And if we are not careful and change our ways as a nation, and I know these people, this group of people, they are knowledgeable than me. We told you so. My economics, we are seeing now, but I'm speaking basic. Moment copy your gold, you know. Respectfully, Mr. President, the finance minister, the governor of Bank of Ghana, many economists, but I know the streets. Ghana for mutiema, omo anantiache, omunim di Americano. Let us cap our gold. 27%, 27 tons, 28 tons a year. Keep it as physical gold. Gold that you're starting here since the inception of gold board in there. Let us change all that gold into dollar and keep it at the Bank of Ghana. Say gold price echo form never enough dollar, we wouldn't care. The gold will sit there, there will be any problem. Say gold price esa could do 8,000. Our gold there will be valuable. We can take some and sell and make dollar. Because day to day, no, we deal in dollars. It is very important. Gold we here dollar. Gold. Opesa we here dollar and now they to gold. So let us at least, and this thing really worries me. It's something I'm a person we need to, because so the Bank of Ghana and the government of the day and the finance minister, so man say anxious idea way now gold will drop here. We are done. The dollar is going to shoot up. I'll come back and discuss this matter again. All right.
abusiafo nti Kelvin Taylor ni nkyerɛ mu ɔde baayɛ ɛno no ɔpa kyerɛ sɛ gold no deɛ ɛho hia paa dollar nso ɛyɛ ade ɛho hia paa nanso sisi ɛho sɛ saa nneɛma mmienu yi ɔmo yɛ adwuma ɛde bom na wei